is the June design team video for Gina Ahrens Designs. Gina Ahrens Designs, she creates stencils, and stamps. And that's what I'm going to be using today. I have all this year been working in Gina's self-published book, Creativity and Self-Expression, A Journey. And I really do like this book because it's a workbook. It's an art journal in itself. She gives all sorts of ideas and inspiration, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to touch these pages. I'm not afraid to alter them. So what am I going to do today? Well, I'm going to use archival ink, Gina's stamps. I might get into using her stencils. Go out and check Gina's Etsy shop. You can find her in the description box below. Look for her Linktree link. And if you click on that, you can find Gina wherever she is on social media, but especially her Etsy shop, where you can find all the stamps and stencils and digis and all the painted papers and ephemera and whatever Gina is inspired to put in her Etsy shop. Let me tell you, I have gotten some ephemera packs, some painted papers from Gina, and I just love using them. And you will probably see them showing up later this year. But today I'm going to work again in this Creativity and Self-Expression book. I might be working in this all year. I just enjoy this so much. The other thing that I want to say is, after you've watched my video, check the description box below, because all of the other links for the other members on Gina's design team member will be there for the June designs that they did using Gina's products in June. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to use archival inks. I'm going to use Gina's stamps, particularly this paintbrush stamp. Let's just get that out now. I like this paintbrush stamp a lot. Gina stamp, they're a rubber stamp and they've got the foam backing on them. I do not put them on an acrylic base. I like to use my stamps just like this. So that's the stamp that I'm going to use. And I may come back in. I like this Journey stamp, and I'm thinking I may use this stamp. So let's go ahead and pull those two out. Let's see, I think it was this one I was thinking I might use. And I may use her stencils. I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do with those. I may or may not use her stencils, but I wanted you to see some of the stencils that I have that Gina has created. And you'll want to go out there and look at her newest products out there. Also, if you look for the discount code from me, Meri15, you can get a discount on any products that you order from Gina. Let's set these aside. I'm going to use a pen, a paintbrush. I'm going to use my X-Acto knives. This is a blade with a titanium blade, and this is one of those X-Acto knives where you can cut curves with. It's got a swivel blade. I was gifted this by Becky McCauley, Aunt Beck's Creations. Thank you, Aunt Beck. I really do like using this. And I'm going to use my FW inks. And of course, Gina stamps and stencils. And I may be using my pokey tool, Gina's book, and a cutting board. This is the first page that I did for Gina's designs. It's really an abstract. And at first I'm going, oh, I'm not sure about this. But I always come back and I look at it and I thought, yeah, that works for me. It's an abstract. I really do like it. I love the gold on this page. I love the gold. So the pages that I chose to work on are right here, are right in here. Right here at the table of contents. Look, live a creative life, find your inspirations, acknowledge your feelings, your life path, about your author. Now, I have altered Gina's book. It didn't come this way. I told you this was a workbook. I am altering it, and I'm doing things in here. I think I was commenting about I did a lot of coloring when I was younger, and now that I'm older, I still want my colors. I'm going to work to start with on the bottom of these pages, because this is very much a workbook page. This was a page she meant to be worked on. This is a page with her pencils here. I really do like that. Another workbook page. So these pages are meant to be worked in. And then on the back here is another photograph. Let's see what's on the back. Oh, and then you go to my... This is good to start with. This is only 2 pages. So I'm going to start out using this little stamp. And let's see. I can stamp right in there. And I do want to stamp across some images rather than in the margin. I might stamp in the margin too, but I think if I stamp, well, if I stamp right in there, I'll get across her pencils. And if I do that right at the base, that'd be right in here. And then I'll get her workbook and part of this photo. I think I will. I'm going to use this stamp. You're going to go, why are you doing it? That kind of looks messy, Meri. You know what? I've changed my mind. I've already changed my mind. Looking at this, I love how this design of Gina's flowers out. She's got a petal here, 2 there, 2 going that way, and little one there. I've got this paintbrush. I think that I'm going to follow that here, 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 maybe down that way. Can't go down too far. And the same way on the other side. I'm going to use the red ink. Let's just see what happens. Now, I do not need a ultra clear image while I'm doing this, and you'll see why. But let's stamp right there. Scotch tape or washi tape, depending on how many pages you have here, you might want to take some type of tape. Painter's tape will work. I'm just going to put a little washi tape on the back and on the front of these pages. This will be temporary, just to hold them together. Now, here comes the fun part. Yes, I'm going to cut these out. Now you have to be kind of careful, and you have to think about where you're going to cut. Do you want, if I cut this entire piece here as one unit, it will come out looking nice like a paintbrush in one unit. And I'll have a paintbrush, and then I'll have a hole where the paintbrush was. Is that what I want, or do I want little pieces? So I could I could cut out this part, leave this part, and cut out the stem. I could do both. Let's do both. I'll show you both. Look at that. I like how the back design comes through this stencil. I really do like that. Look at that. Now you could play with putting different papers behind here. Maybe you want gold paintbrushes. I like that a lot. And you're going, well, why'd you cut them out, Mary? Why didn't you just stamp them on there? Well, it's just a different technique. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. And speaking of stamping them on there, let's go ahead and do some stamping. And I'm going to put this page here just so that doesn't detract from what I'm doing here. And let's do a little masking. That's just one page. We've got some more pages that we can work with. Thing that I want to do, that I'm inspired to do, and I'm just going to draw on this page. This is a workbook page. It says, express here with art or words who you really are and who you wish to be and how you will get there. Well, I think I will draw on here instead. liking that. I am liking that. So these are just some fun ways to use Gina's stamps and stencils. I used her paintbrush stamp, her scribble stamp, and one of her cloud stamps. And I worked in her self-published book, which to me is a workbook art journal, and it encourages you to work creatively, to express yourself through art. Gives you a lot of different exercises to do. Here I drew a jar and put some of her paint brushes in there. I used her scribble stamp in the background. On this page, I took advantage of this lotus flower, and I used her paintbrush stamp and enhanced that lotus flower. I cut around the paint brushes to make sort of a little stencil. Painted clear through that, clear to the back of this first page that I worked on. Here's another page that I did, just playing around with it. Just playing in an art journal, which is really what I enjoy doing. So take some time, go out and visit Gina B. Ahrens' Etsy shop, www.ginabahrensdesigns.com. Check out her stencils. Check out her stamp designs. I love her scribble stamp. I'm really enjoying using this little paintbrush stamp and her cloud stamp. Just fun to work in her self-published book, Creativity and Self-Expression, A Journey by Gina B. Ahrens. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page.